Check this out, a 2-month-old male leopard. It's a cub named Sasha. Seems pretty able to entertain himself. Right now, visitors are shut out of the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago, of course, because of the coronavirus pandemic. Well, the cub took interest in a camera that's placed in the animal-proof box inside the enclosure that he shares with his mama. So he's having a big old time.
Yeah, well, he was. There he is. Okay.
There he is. How cute.
I thought he knocked the camera out. Oh, look at him climbing the camera.
Cute.
Oh, down goes
great.
the kitten. Oh, man. There's Mama.
There she
Oh,
is.
yeah. That's pretty cool. I love
Isn't
that.
he
What
pretty?
zoo is that right there?
That's in Chicago.
Okay.
The Brookfield.
So is this like, I guess, can we watch the Brookfield Zoo? That'd be kind of a neat little thing to do.
Probably,
Since we're not
you know.
able to go, I mean, a lot of zoos are probably closed, right? If not all of them.
Oh,
so
yeah, probably
I'm
all.
thinking if they've got Zoo Cam, that'd be kind of a fun thing
They
to do.
probably do. I know you can take tours of great art in museums and things
Right.
like that. Probably if you went on the zoo's websites. We'll ask about our local zoo.
What would be the one exhibit that you would like to have a camera to see what they're doing?
At the zoo,
Yeah, like at your typical zoo, a bigger zoo.
probably the African animals like the zebra and the
I would
giraffe.
go the
and-
gorilla.
Well, they'd be
Those-
more entertaining probably.
Or the monkeys, because like remember the monkey ship out at Mesker Park Zoo?
Yes.
Did you ever go there?
Yeah.
They like to throw things.
Well, this is interesting. Talk about out-of-this-world trinket. A 30-pound piece of the moon is up for sale at Christie's. According to a statement from the famed auction house, the fragment was discovered 2 years ago in the Sahara Desert. This piece of history doesn't come cheap. The asking price is around $2.5 million.
Wow.
Sale is private as opposed to auction, which means it can be bought immediately. Christie's says it's the 5th largest moon piece available on planet Earth. How did it get there?
5th largest?
Yeah. I mean,
how
how did the piece
did
of the
that
moon
get-
get to the Sahara Desert?
That's a good point. And how old is that piece of the moon? You know what I'm saying? Or how long has it been there, I should say? It's one of those deals where, do you think maybe the astronauts, maybe they dropped a few, maybe
On the
maybe
way
they were-
down, I don't know, went out the
re-entry,
window.
We're going to lighten the load a little bit. We got all these moon rocks, we got to get rid of a few. Sahara, who's in the Sahara? Come on,
Open
just
that
ditch it right
porthole
there.
and chuck it out. I don't know.
I don't know.
These are questions I'd like to have answered.
Yeah, I do know one thing. We came within like 3.5 million miles of an asteroid hit the other day.
Yes,
so,
we did.
So there you go. I mean, obviously that's not a chunk of an asteroid, which is what I would think it would be. But they're
I'm
pretty
just really
confident it's part of the
curious.
moon, though, right?
That's what they say.
Okay.
You know,
Asteroid.
and you know who they are. I know who they are.
We don't.
I don't know, but
We don't
they
know.
say it's worth $2.5 million.
Oh, gotcha.
Taco Bell wants to make your Taco Tuesday a party starting today. The fast food chain says it will begin selling home taco bar kits. The taco bars will come with enough food to feed a group of 6 people. Includes 8 flour tortillas, 12 crunchy taco shells, 6 ounces of tortilla chips, plus no taco bar would be complete without the beef, the lettuce, the refried beans, diced tomatoes, nacho cheese sauce, cheddar cheese, sour cream, and hot sauce packets. I'm worn out already.
Did you just read the whole menu right there?
$25 will feed 6 people.
Oh, it's a lot of stuff. Okay, 25 bucks, 6 people fed?
Yeah.
Well, that depends on the people, I'm thinking.
Exactly.
I mean, I think some people eat more. Some people might eat less. So I guess you could balance it out, though. But I've got a
Everybody's
feeling.
trying to reinvent their businesses these days. So.
I know, and it's really, hopefully, I guess we're going to be seeing some of these restaurants open like eventually, kind of like a half, like every other table type of thing. But
Well, that's what they're
until
talking
then,
about. I talked to some of my friends in the restaurant
gonna
business here locally that when they get the right to reopen, the permission, they have to, everything has to be a certain amount, a
Right.
distance apart, which is going to be that way for a while.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as they're back open soon, I hope.
Be safe.
Yes,
Be safe.
please.
We'll be back with more local lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.